Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts from last night's Knicks victory over the Utah Jazz. An absolutely gigantic win for the Knicks to start off this road trip. Tonight, they got the Denver Nuggets, which is going to be another good game. And listen, the Utah Jazz, they're a good team this year. No one expected it. They traded away their stars, but they are a young, pesky team that was undefeated on their home court, and the Knicks go into a hostile environment and get the job done because of their defense, because of Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish. A lot of great things to talk about in this video. They're bouncing back after that embarrassing game against the Oklahoma City Thunder where their offense exploded, but their defense was so bad to the point where they lost in the game, giving up 145 points at home. So the fact that the Knicks were able to go on the road and beat a team in the Utah Jazz who are playing very good basketball shows you that this Knicks team is together. They're handling adversity well, and they are starting off this road trip in a positive way because it could have got ugly quick on this road trip if they lost this game, especially with the Nuggets tonight and then the Suns and the Warriors. We know who's next on the schedule. So in this video, I want to give you guys my quick thoughts of the Knicks and the Jazz game. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Knicks content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider smashing that like button. Really does go a long way for the YouTube channel. With that being said, let's get right into it. And also, comment down below your thoughts. I forgot to say that. Please, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Your biggest takeaways, who stood out to you the most. Love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. So let's get right into the video. As a team, this was a very good collective win. And the first thing we have to talk about is the rotation change. Tom Thibodeau switched things up. Evan Fournier did not play. He didn't just come off the bench. He didn't play. Tom Thibodeau shortened the rotation to a 9-man rotation. Quentin Grimes also did not play. So that means there was more minutes for Cam Reddish, more minutes for Emmanuel Quickley, who had a very good game off the bench. So this is a very interesting thing to look at for Tom Thibodeau because it kind of was untraditional for Tibbs in the first place to open it up to 11-man rotation, even 10-man rotation. He's a coach that likes to have his players on the court for longer and get into rhythm. And we saw that, and it worked. And Tom Thibodeau understands that he has to figure something out because if he continues to lose the way that they're losing defensively, I don't know how long Tibbs is going to last. So he knows that he needs to make these adjustments. Otherwise, it's going to be a long season for him. So getting into Cam Reddish, because I think he's the most impressive player to me. Obviously, we know what Jalen Brunson did. We're going to get into him because he's just sensational in his own right. But what Cam Reddish has been doing the past couple of games is awesome. Against the Thunder, 26 points. Last night, 19 points. But outside of his offensive abilities, it's his defense what's getting him on the floor. It's his defense, his length, his ability to get into the passing lanes and lock people down. He had a steal. He had a block. He was all over the place. He had energy. He was forcing jump balls. I mean, he also has such great length physically to the point where if he's not in good position defensively, he can still just block you from behind. And the best thing about Cam Reddish is he is a prototypical modern-day NBA wing player. And what I mean by that is his physical tools are just what the modern-day NBA player is at that wing spot, and I feel like the Knicks have lacked that for a long time. You know, we have RJ Barrett next to Cam Reddish, and I feel like Cam Reddish is opening up this team offensively to a different dimension, and of course defensively, because I feel like if you have a player like Cam that can switch, get into the passing lanes, force turnovers, and do all these things defensively, he's going to get the minutes, and that's really what it comes down to. If you're playing for Tom Thibodeau, you're not getting minutes unless you are playing hardcore defense, and that's really what it comes down to. And I feel like Reddish is proving to the coaching staff that he needs to be playing, not a player off the bench, not a rotational piece, but a starter. So shout out to Tom Thibodeau for really making sure that Cam Reddish is getting his minutes because he is deserving every single ounce of those minutes. Jalen Brunson, what more could we say about this guy? 25 points, 8 dimes, 10 of 20 from the field, 3 steals. I mean, the best part about Jalen Brunson to me is when it's late in the fourth quarter, it's a close game, we're protecting a lead, I have so much confidence in him, man. He's calm, cool, collected, organizing the offense. He's a bucket getter when we need one, right? We need a bucket. We're up by like 7 points with 3 minutes left. He just goes down low in the post fadeaway, bucket. He goes into the paint. His little, footwork in the paint is ridiculous. Puts up a little floater or dishes it down low to a cutting player. He's just sensational, and the best part about Brunson is he feels like he's the leader. He's holding himself accountable, he's holding his teammates accountable, and he's a guy that is the point guard that not only is doing a lot of things on the court, but off the court you can tell that a lot of players are trusting him. A lot of players are looking up to him, and he after that Thunder game, he was taking a lot of accountability to himself after his poor performance, which you love to see from a leader. And I know that Brunson's not the greatest defensive player in the world, but you got to give Brunson credit, man. He sacrifices his body on the defensive side in terms of trying to draw those offensive fouls. He just puts his body on the line all the time, and that's a player you want to play. That's a player that you want to have on your team, and a guy like Jalen Brunson. He's efficient. He knows the plays that needs to be made. He's organizing things. He's opening plays up. He's finding guys cutting to the rim. I mean, what more can you say about Jalen Brunson? An excellent day from him, of course. Now, RJ Barrett had a very interesting game. He had 18 points and struggled efficiently. And according to Mike Breen, he had to say that he's under the weather the past couple of games. In the Thunder game, in last night's game, you saw him on the sideline with the mask. You saw him a little huffing and puffing. I don't know what he's dealing with. I think it's like a cold or something. But you could tell that RJ didn't really have it. I mean, his explosiveness wasn't there. When he would attack the paint, he didn't really have that burst that we usually like to see. He didn't really have that ability to, beat people off the dribble like we usually like to see. So RJ struggled, but he did get to the free throw line, and he got his 18 points. He impacted the game. He was, trying to get his feet underneath him. So let's hope that he can get healthy and he can start playing better basketball, because before he was, a little under the weather, he was playing very good basketball. I mean, the numbers were off the charts for like a 6-game stretch. We saw efficient RJ. We saw great defense. We saw an RJ Barrett that can get Knicks fans excited. So obviously he's having an up and down season, and I got to give him credit for playing 37 minutes, even having a cold. I don't know if he should be playing if he's that sick, but if he feels like he can go and he can play 37 minutes and impact a W, I'm not complaining. Julius Randle didn't really have that good of a game. He had a -12 on the night, 15 points, 5 rebounds. It got to the point where late in the fourth quarter, when they subbed in Randle, I was a little upset. I'm like, why are we subbing in Randle when Obi Toppin is playing this great basketball? And that transitions into the bench. Starting off with Emmanuel quickly. He started off that fourth quarter, really gave that Knicks team the lead. 13 points, 4 steals. You cannot ask for a better defensive player off the bench from Emmanuel Quickly in this game. Now, I know that Quickly's not known for his defense, but he impacted this game on the defensive side so well. And we know that the biggest issue with this Knicks team this year is what, guys? Defense, defense, defense. So it's really great that we have a player in Quickly who comes in the game and he's in foul trouble early, and I don't have a problem with that, because obviously fouls are not a good thing. I'm not saying that, but you can tell that he's trying hard. He's aggressive. He's getting himself in the passing lanes. He's forcing his way onto the perimeter defenders. And the fact that he got 4 steals and playing lockdown defense, crashing the boards, doing everything you want to see. He was playing very scrappy, right? He was playing with heart, playing like he was a hustler, and that's the type of guys that you want to play for this Knicks squad. And not to mention his defensive ability, but offensively, 2 3-pointers, clutch in the fourth quarter, setting up Jericho Sims for those Gotham lobs, who was just another animal. I can't wait to talk about him. So Emmanuel Quickly had a very good day. He was patient. He was finding his teammates. He was attacking the rim when he needed to. He was shooting the threes in transition. Excellent night from Emmanuel Quickly, defensively and offensively. Jericho Sims. How about Jericho? You saw that lob right there. Jericho Sims, 11 points and 13 boards. I think that's his first double-double of his young career, and a steal. I mean, his energy was great off the bench. Hardenstein got into foul trouble early. Jericho Sims was crashing the boards. He was, hitting those alley-oops, getting those offensive rebounds for his team. The second chance points was excellent, 5 of 7 from the field. His energy is just different, man. I mean, in year number 2, you can tell that when we drafted him, he was a raw product, the 58th overall pick. He got a lot of minutes as a rookie last year, and now with Robinson out, he is getting a lot of opportunities to play. He had 24 minutes. He was in foul trouble, but he never fouled out. And the fact that he got 11 points and 13 boards and 2 dimes, that's a great thing, man. Jericho Sims, shout out. He was very impressive. And not to mention, to throw the ball up, he's going to dunk it in an alley-oop fashion, right? And then Obi Toppin had a very good game as well. He led the team with plus 23 and Quickly had plus 18. So that duo was sensational in that game. 9 points for Obi, all from 3-pointers, 4 dimes, and 6 boards. I know a lot of people are critical with Obi when it comes to crashing the rebounds. He had 6 big rebounds in that fourth quarter to really help get the Knicks going in that fourth to really take that lead. The Knicks outscored the Jazz 35-26 in this game. So Obi Toppin, I was kind of frustrated that Tibbs took him out of the game. Only 18 minutes. It's just like you put Obi in, and he's so impactful in such a small sample size. Plus 23 in 18 minutes. That shows you that he impacts his team, man. He's getting to the rim. He's shooting threes. All of a sudden, Obi's a sniper. Obi Toppin can knock down the threes. I mean, who would have thought, right? So great game from Obi Toppin. And then D Rose, he had a good game, 13 minutes, 6 points, 3 assists. But my overall takeaway, guys, is we needed this win on the road against the Utah Jazz to start off the road trip. Absolute big time, because now we have the Denver Nuggets tonight. We have the Warriors, and the Knicks team is obviously battling adversity right now. They're trying to find their identity. They go and have a players-only dinner. They're trying to find each other, and I feel like this was one of those wins that can really save the season. I know that it's so early in the year, and you can't really talk about those type of things, but at the end of the day, if they lost this game, all of a sudden they're 2 games under 500, and then they have the Nuggets, and then this road trip can get ugly. So the fact that they got a taste of winning, they have some positive energy in that locker room and positive energy in practice today preparing for the Nuggets, that can really spiral into a good thing for the Knicks in this road trip, and I'm hoping for the best. So great stuff defensively from this team. Great stuff down the stretch from Jalen Brunson. Cam Reddish is really stepping up big time, and you got to give Tom Thibodeau some credit in this one, in my opinion, for shortening the rotation and benching Evan Fournier, because I think that was a big reason why the Knicks won this game. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys. Like the video if you guys enjoy, and let's get another dub tonight, baby. Catch you guys next time. Let's go Knicks. Peace out.